Wrestling fans of New School Wrestling, here I am with Relentless John Alice, and boy, has he ever lived up to his name. And 2022 could turn out to be quite the big year for you. I mean, your journey alone, you fought your biggest fight against cancer and you won.
I mean, take a look at the scars. The scars don't lie, right? I've been here since day one, and I've wanted the absolute best since day one. And now I'm stepping into the ring with Alessandro Bruno, one of Ontario's greatest wrestlers. And he's facing me. This is exactly what I want in my wheelhouse. I am bringing everything to the table today, and I am not looking past him for 1 second. But Alessandro Bruno, I wonder if you're looking past me. I wonder if you're looking on to another match down the road. I wonder if you're taking me lightly. After all the trials and tribulations I've been through, do I look like I'm not ready to become the next NSW champion? Do I look like I'm not ready for this match tonight?
Well, indeed you do, John, but I'm sorry to put the pressure on, but as a journalist, I have to ask this. Again, like I said, 2022 can be your year. But Alessandro Bruno is the longest reigning New School Wrestling champion of all time. What would become of you if you lost? If you lose, you go right down to the bottom and he's right back in contendership.
I've faced this type of admiration before. I've been in these situations before where the cards haven't always been in my favor. You know, Alessandro Bruno, he's a proven commodity here in NSW. And if I lose, I'm just going to do what I've always done, and that's work my way back up the ladder. There's no shame in losing. You got to learn something for every lesson that you go through. So I don't look at it as a win-loss type of situation. Of course, I'm going into this trying to be the absolute best I can be. But if I do come up on the short end, it means I just have to work a little bit harder next time. And if you don't think I'm going to be the one working my ass off, you got another thing coming.
Well, there you have it from the man himself. John Alice, 2022 could be his dominant year here in NSW.
Oh, no. Oh, Clay, we have not seen these guys.
We're here to tell you about where, bro.
The leader is great. Come, give me a break. Quote the late, great Gorilla Monsoon. These guys have been horsing around New School Wrestling now for like 18 months. And are they ever going to bring this guy, or, you know, what are they doing? They're yanking the chain at this point.
Well, Brother Yates and Brother Richards, they're got signs telling that the leader is coming.
It's not you, is it, Clay?
No.
Are you the leader?
I've got no idea what's going on here.
All right, just making sure. Listen, from NSW history, the only leaders were leaders of the New School, but that is not what these guys are referencing. I would know.
Leader is great.
Clay, what are we looking at? We seen Alessandro Del Bruno in his darkest days, but he is back sporting the blue. He is getting on the brighter side. We are on the road to his match with Alex Shelley of the Motor City Machine Guns, formerly, and now Del Bruno is here today. He's embraced the crowd once again as an NSW staple, and he is here against challenger John Atlas.
Special attraction match indeed.
Weighing in at 230 pounds. Here is relentless John Atlas.
Mixed reactions here. John Atlas in the house. Now, John Atlas came into NSW last year, certainly a story of adversity, overcoming cancer, overcoming the odds, and he is here. He's always been a fan favorite, which is going to remind the people today, and that's what makes this all the more of an emotional matchup for John Atlas, because he is facing one of the very finest in all of Canada, safe to say, if not all of North America, in Alessandro Del Bruno. But it is John Atlas's time. Originally, when Del Bruno was the NSW World Champion, John Atlas came into NSW with the goals of one day facing him for the belt. Since then, Del Bruno does not have the belt, but he is getting his wish right here, right now.
To give the competitors. It's going to be an action-packed combat fight here at NSW.
If you were going to hashtag match of the night, you might as well hashtag it now, because it very well might be. John Atlas needs to win. He needs to beat Del Bruno. He's on his way, obviously, against Stratos. That title contendership's getting cluttered, but John Atlas certainly wants that shot. But a setback with a loss to Del Bruno is going to put him right back down, as Bill Chase said earlier in a behind-the-scenes interview. But we are in for one hell of a match. But when you're in there with Alessandro Del Bruno,
Beautiful evasive maneuvers by Alessandro Del Bruno. Taking to the wrist, Irish whip, inside, snapmare. Takes him. Here we go, see the crucifix.
credit to John Atlas going for a 3 count that quick, and another one.
Small package. Goes for a kick, covers.
Now listen, Del Bruno is a veteran of the game. He might be appeasing the fans here, but he's not without his own tactics. Clay, where do you see this going? Like, obviously, I've known Del Bruno great many years. You've seen John Atlas on the uprise.
Definitely unpredictable between these two. Alessandro Del Bruno with his quick and gifted evasive maneuvers and kicks, and you have the strength and power of John Atlas. It's going to be a tough match, but we'll see who comes out on top. Headlock from Alessandro Del Bruno. John Atlas trying to find an escape.
And as much mutual respect as Del Bruno is going to give, ultimately this is a wrestling contest, and Del Bruno will outsmart John Atlas, plain and simple, when the time comes.
Nice Marufuji. Drop kick!
Oh,
John Atlas.
the taller man, drop kick takes him down.
He's got one up on Alessandro. Referee Brad Myers telling John Atlas to get back.
And that's how important this special attraction match is, that senior referee Brad Myers was on the ball, and he is here to referee this contest. Call it right down the middle. It is a bunch of mutual respect, and we've seen mutual respect, more mutual respect, coming back to Del Bruno.
Line ducks, goes around Alessandro. Nice shoulder to the midsection. Trips him. Goes on the inside. Alessandro's on the run.
Beautiful, right to his face.
Beautiful basement drop kick to John Atlas. And Alessandro's in control.
Del Bruno lighting it up. We saw it with Lionel Knight. Now we're seeing it with John Atlas.
Only a 2 count.
It's great to see Del Bruno back in his true blue colors, that's for sure.
That thunderous chop to John Atlas. Here we go.
Signature kicks.
A striking combo combination for kicks.
The soccer aficionado.
Irish whip
taking it to
reversal.
John Atlas.
Tilt-a-whirl. Slam! John Atlas in control, bringing him up and down.
Atlas out of the corner. Let's go.
John Atlas is coming into this, you know, he has his battle wounds. You can see the scars from his real life. But what battle wounds does Del Bruno have? And I think that's where John Atlas is going. He's going to put some into Del Bruno because he wants that championship. Del Bruno, he's banking on him being distracted by his match with Alex Shelley later this year.
Irish whip, big back body drop.
Shoulder up from Del Bruno, naturally.
John
That's
Atlas.
not biased, that's just a matter of fact.
John Atlas taking his time, cold and calculated, applying pressure to Alessandro Del Bruno's back. Alessandro Del Bruno, definitely a crafty individual, can get out in any situation. Del Bruno with those strikes.
There you go, laying it in.
Definitely wearing down John Atlas now. And here comes Del Bruno on the run.
Oh,
Whoa.
got him.
Catches him.
Too quick for Del Bruno, there we go.
Let's go.
Beautiful kick
Or
to the
too
chest.
slow. Oh.
Drops his ankle.
Atlas is learning. He's learning Del Bruno's game pretty quick and taking it to him out on that field. You know, Clay, is it safe to say that we are seeing a more aggressive side of John Atlas? I think it's proof is right here.
John Atlas definitely takes no prisoners here when it comes to this competition. John Atlas is in control. He's sizing him up, taking his time. It's definitely wearing down Alessandro Del Bruno.
You have Alessandro Del Bruno, been doing this here in Canada for 17 years. 17 years of experience. How do you combat something like that when you're John Atlas? Right?
Just going for
With
the
a
quick
near
cover.
fall.
It's almost a near fall.
So how do you combat something like that? 17 years experience.
With 17 years experience, definitely a well-padded resume. But with all the experience that John Atlas has, Alessandro can match that. He can definitely bring it up, and the crowd's getting behind him now.
Absolutely, the crowd is torn. You have your John Atlas fans, but there's no denying the respect they have for Alessandro Del Bruno.
Let's kick to the midsection. Alessandro Del Bruno, here we go. Off the ropes, picks him up, military press style. Into the corner.
And you see his lower back bounce off the center turnbuckle.
John Atlas sizing him up. Got him that football stance.
In a power game, John Atlas clearly has the advantage here, but technique-wise, Del Bruno right there. We see it. John Atlas eats that turnbuckle. I hope he had his lunch because now he'd be full after that.
Beautiful reverse STO driving. John Atlas' head into the second buckle. Both men down.
Yeah, you said it right there. We talked about the aggression of John Atlas, his need, his desire to win this match and how important it is. Obviously, he has taken it to the veteran Alessandro Del Bruno. But Del Bruno is first on his feet, and we can't discredit that.
First on his feet, John Atlas trying to get his legs here. Like that, passes by to the outside. Alessandro catches him, full Nelson style. Wraps him around.
Off the ropes, Del Bruno nicely rolls off.
And a hot shot.
Beautiful.
Beautiful neck breaker.
Very nice. That is exactly the kind of technique that Alessandro Del Bruno brings to the ring wherever he's at, but he is at NSW right now.
Standing Mutsa press, hooks the leg.
Oh, still on two again. But granted, for John Atlas, Clay, I keep forgetting just the emotion and the importance of John Atlas that he's bringing to this match. It's a whole different thing. Del Bruno has Alex Shelley either way this year, right? He could get a title contendership. John Atlas has come in and had to overcome adversity again.
There we go. Alessandro on the offense, driving those kicks under John Atlas' chest, chopping down the big tree. Comes off the ropes. Wheelbarrow. And spray drives him down. Face buster.
Catches him.
Oh, the legs. Here we go. Go for the sharpshooter. He gets him in.
Well, listen. Okay. We know a strong suit of Alessandro Del Bruno, being of soccer origin, is his legs. His legs are his primary strength. John Atlas takes those legs out, it could spell disaster for Alessandro Del Bruno in getting a victory leading into his upcoming match with Alex Shelley and the future of NSW here in 2022.
And relentless John Atlas putting the pressure on to Alessandro Del Bruno. Can Alessandro break the hold, get to the ropes?
He's got him nicely centered in that ring too. Del Bruno's got to try. These fans ultimately want Del Bruno.
Gets to the ropes, and there's a break. Referee Brad Myers with the count, and relentless John Atlas breaks the hold. Frustrated John Atlas, but he's not going to let his temper get to him. He's definitely in the offense mode.
Well, we said about the aggression of John Atlas. What is he willing to do? We might see a bit of a turn from John Atlas here because I think he's willing to put it all on his line. Even the fans respect if it means beating Del Bruno.
Strike to the back, but needs to get off the ropes. But John Atlas applying the pressure to Alessandro Del Bruno's lower back. Here it comes off the Irish whip. Sends him up, wraps around. Nobody home for the sidewalk.
Ducks it.
Goes to the back kick. Wraps her around.
Beautiful.
Nice roundhouse kick from Alessandro Del Bruno.
Yep, call the dentist, took his jaw off.
Catches him.
Oh my God, right into Del Bruno's midsection. Caught him off that.
This could be it. Only a 2 count, barely kicking out.
A good attempt by John Atlas on one of Ontario's best veterans.
And relentless. Looking to put away Alessandro. Taking his sweet time. Puts him up. Slingshot off the rope. Suplex. Lateral press.
Oh, just a 2.
Only a 2 count.
Yeah, you can tell John Atlas is getting frustrated. You know, Clay, we would be remiss to say that, or not say, that Alessandro Del Bruno is not channeling some of his best friend, hacker Scotty O'Shea, anti-hero, who's still in recovery from his incident. We continue to wish him well. And obviously, his spirit is with Del Bruno in this match.
Absolutely. The spirit of hacker Scotty O'Shea is with Alessandro. See if Alessandro can get out of this scenario. John Atlas gets pushed off. Wheelbarrow. Cutter!
Beautiful. Takes him down. Now Del Bruno's going to capitalize. And if he's not capitalizing, that could only mean he's strategically planning something to wipe John Atlas off this globe of NSW. You can hear the crowd solidly behind Del Bruno. They are ready for Del Bruno to take a victory here over John Atlas, which is obviously going to play psychologically into John Atlas. John Atlas came into NSW.
What is going on? What is going on with Alessandro? He's staring at the corner.
Oh, he's thinking of a punt kick. This is the darker side of Del Bruno, the Godfather side, if you will. Will he do it? But
for the
no,
PK.
John Atlas, oh, another spine buster.
Spine buster driven out of the back. Could this be it?
Wow, a close call for Del Bruno.
Only a 2 count. Relentless John Atlas.
We talked about Del Bruno showing his brighter colors, but in the end, you do what you got to do, and he almost went for that pump kick.
Relentless John Atlas is taking no prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
His emotions getting the better of him. He just needs to set him up and bring him down.
He's owning the Relentless right now. You can tell in his aggression, but Del Bruno with a counter.
Nice wrap around X kick. Brings him up. Springboard. Up. Reverses at sunset.
No.
Wait a minute. John Atlas hangs on.
Del Bruno locks
Close
up.
up. Backslide.
One, no. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Del Bruno, Alessandro Del Bruno with yet another victory here, solidifying his status in New School Wrestling as the all-time best that this company has ever produced. Once again, a victory by Alessandro Del Bruno as he makes his way on the road to facing Alex Shelley, and unfortunately a setback for John Atlas here today at March Breakdown.
And a beautiful bridging backslide. Something that we've never seen here before at NSW, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. Alessandro Del Bruno the winner, but both men are being applauded here. Gotta hand it to relentless John Atlas too.
No disrespect to John Atlas, that's for sure.
I don't need the mic to talk to all of you. You can hear this right in the ring from my lips. No audio. You is what I like to see in NSW. A real professional wrestler.
From the Godfather himself, those are words to live by, and what a commendation to John Atlas by the best, Alessandro Del Bruno.
You know, the last time I challenged for the NSW World Heavyweight Championship, I came up just a bit short. In one of the best NSW main events in company history, I came this close to defeating Ontario's best in Alessandro Del Bruno. But I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have what it took back then. Something was wrong. Something didn't click. And you see, over the past 2 years, I've been trying to right those wrongs. I've been trying to correct that part of my career. So what did I do? I got leaner. I got meaner. I got tougher. I got stronger. I got faster. And eventually, I became the NSW Brass Knuckles Champion by defeating Steve Brown. And ever since I've had this championship, I've defended it all over Canada. NSW, PWO, just to name a few. So NSW, June 10th, when hell freezes over, it's only fitting that the Brass Knuckles Champion, Johnny D, takes his next step. The Brass Knuckles Champion, Johnny D, heads in to the main event of NSW's biggest show to date against Stratos Fear. Stratos, I'm looking to correct my mistakes. I'm looking to right every wrong that I've made in the path of my NSW Brass Knuckles Championship reign. And I can assure you that the NSW World Heavyweight Championship is in my future. So June 10th, I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that Stratos fears Johnny D.